What if Yuji attempted to clear every single dungeon raid Jinwoo did throughout the series? What if he fought Igris from the job quest? How about Mr. Kang from the D-rank dungeon? Would Yuji be able to clear the Hell's Gate? How about the God statue? Truth be told, this video was extremely hard to cope with. Yeah, we all know Yuji would need some help, but keep in mind, we'll only be considering the current Yuji in the anime, and that includes Sukuna, because, well, he's definitely gonna need it. Also, we've prepared an ultimate dungeon at the very end of this video, and let me spoil a bit. It's gonna be a dungeon so difficult that even the current Jinwoo wouldn't survive it, and with that out of the way, let's get right into it. We'll begin from the very first instance dungeon. In this dungeon, Jinwoo had to face goblins, steel-fanged wolves, and even the Great Swamp King. But how would Yuji handle these monsters? Well, when it comes to the goblins, they're pretty much the NPCs. And yeah, obviously, a single strike from Yuji would be able to take them out. How about the steel-fanged wolves? Unlike the goblins, these guys are faster and always come in packs. And from what we've seen, their strong jaws are really no joke. However, when faced against the current Yuji, I still think they don't stand a chance due to Yuji's insane physical strength and speed. On to the final boss, we've got the King of the Swamp. Now this is where things get really difficult, as Jinwoo had so much trouble facing this one, as it has insanely strong armor and moves equally fast. So normal punches from Yuji wouldn't do any damage, and then Yuji might have to resort to using his cursed energy, which would clearly give him the advantage. And although we believe Yuji defeats this monster, it comes with a very high difficulty. That was only the first one, and trust me, the difficulty of these dungeons gets insane from here on out. The next one we've got is the C-rank dungeon raid with Dongsuk and his team. For this dungeon, Jinwoo, alongside the party members, had to face ant monsters, and he alone was left to fight the C-rank spider. But what would be the case if it were Yuji? Well, Yuji would most likely have trouble fighting this monster, because not only does it have a really hard exterior, it also spits out acids which could melt down anything it touches. The only way Jinwoo took it down was by continuously stabbing a weak spot. However, Yuji would have to resort to multiple cursed energy punches, which probably would not have enough attack power to take it down, and at the same time try to evade the acid attacks of the spider. But by utilizing his Black Flash, he would defeat this monster with little effort. And now, the raid team returns, trying to get the job done completely. In Jinwoo's case, he had to take them all out and kill them due to the system. But how would Yuji take on this raid team? Well, knowing the current Yuji, he wouldn't see any reason to take their lives but would still have to fight them eventually. And here's how we think the fight would play out. Yuji knocks the first guy out with a single punch and moves on to bully the rest of them single-handedly, still partially keeping them alive. And for Dongsuk, Yuji trades blows with the guy and with a few cursed energy punches is able to break down his defense and knock him out as well. Now, at this point, Sung Jinwoo had received the keys to the demon's castle to collect the elixir of life and went off into the dungeon. In this castle, Jinwoo had to face off the Hell's Gatekeeper, which was one of the most threatening monsters he faced throughout the series. But would it be the same if it were Yuji? Well, despite it being only a single monster, we believe the raid wouldn't go well for Yuji, as his opponent is a lot faster, stronger, and even more durable than he is, which means the usual Divergent Fists or Black Flash wouldn't do a thing. So clearly, Yuji would be getting his butt kicked. And you know what happens next, right? Emerging from Yuji's body, we'll get to see the King of Curses, Sukuna himself. So, how would this play out? Sukuna versus the Gatekeeper. Now, this is where things get serious, because if we're talking about the current Sukuna, then he'd certainly need a few attacks to put an end to this beast. And that's exactly how it happens. So, Yuji, rather Sukuna, would definitely complete this raid. And like I said, guys, this video was really difficult to come up with. However, if this video gets a 100 likes, I would continue from this point. I mean, you don't have to miss the ultimate dungeon Yuji would have to face later on in the story, and if the current Jinwoo would really be able to clear it. Check out this video if you want to see Avatar Aang against all new-gen anime characters. Come on, don't be shy, click it.